What's up everybody, it's Chad with Charleston Car Videos coming back at you today with another great video. Now today we're going to be talking about the Chevy Dude, right? We did a video not too long ago, a couple weeks ago, about the Chevy Dude on YouTube, talking about his video review of the 2019 Chevy Silverado 1500 series. Now some of y'all that are new to the channel probably came to Charleston Car Videos as a new subscriber due to watching that video, right? So I want to first off thank each and every one of y'all for coming on board with us at Charleston Car Videos, for watching my video talking about the Chevy Dude. Now here's the thing everybody, one thing that I'm reading a whole lot of right now in my comments on that video is people are saying, you know what, you just gained a new subscriber because the way y'all do business out there in Charleston with those car dealerships that I work with. That's right, no dealer admin fees, no doc fees, upfront invoice pricing, rebates, incentives, and all that stuff. And you know, honestly, there's not a whole lot of dealerships in the United States of America that do business like that, right? I mean, there may be others out there, but maybe they're just not advertising it on a national level like we're doing on YouTube. Now, I wanted to pay attention. Now, I want y'all to think about this for a moment. The Chevy Dude, the dealership he works at, I've been watching a lot of his videos lately and kind of paying attention and seeing what's going on at their dealership. And it seems to be that even the dealership the Chevy Dude works for, they don't really follow that particular criteria of no dealer admin fees, no doc fees, no dealer add-ons or anything like that. Their dealership there at the Louisville Chevy store pretty much follows the way of doing business like every other automotive dealership in the United States of America. They all charge those extra fees and do those dealer add-ons, right? And basically here, it really comes down to the proof. I mean, there's proof that they do pretty much what I'm talking about right now. You know, Mike actually did a video talking about scams at car dealerships. Once again, I'm blown away with Mike Davenport's way of doing videos and putting it out there like that on YouTube while working for that particular Chevy store. And that's where the comment and the message that I did on that video went out to him on that subject. And while we're taking a look here on YouTube, let's go ahead and scroll down and take a look at the video I created not that long ago. So we're going to go ahead and roll it down a little bit. When you go on YouTube currently today and type in Chevy Dude, my video now is popping up just about 6 or 7 videos down here on the list. Maybe a little more, but it's right there in the front with around 17,000 views. Now definitely not that many views compared to his video up top there with 216,000. But still pretty cool that it's showing up right here in the search results under the Chevy Dude. And basically right here, as you can see, a message to the Chevy Dude on YouTube, Mike Davenport. So let's go ahead and click on it and let me talk a little bit about this, because this is kind of going to be a follow-up video to this video. So the message, I won't make you watch the whole video again right now. If you didn't watch my video, please go back and listen. And I know some of y'all were kind of like disgusted by the sunglasses I had in the video. And now that I look back at it a few weeks later, I'm like, what was I doing wearing those shades? Well, for shits and giggles right now, hold on a minute, let's see if we can find these sunglasses. Not these, not those. Well, we got some that are similar. I mean, if I really wanted to drive some of y'all crazy, boom, we'd be rocking the black ones with one eyeball out. But we won't do this to you today. So anyways, basically what we got going on here is I'm asking, you know, Mike. All right, let's think about it for a second. Mike basically made a video talking about the 5 things he hated about the new 2019 1500 series Silverado. And my question to him was basically, you know, how can you make a video like that and the dealership you work for not get upset or have some, you know, disagreement with you or anything like that, right? And I asked Mike to please, you know, send us a response, make a video talking about it, you know, this, that, and the other. He made a comment on here. Let's take a look and scroll down. Mike Davenport says right here, I pinned it right on the top. He says, great video and great questions. I'll think through this and respond. Mike Davenport never publicly responded to the question that I had. And I have some reasoning that's going on in my head why he possibly may not have responded with an actual video to everybody on YouTube to my question. Again, the question basically is this: how could you make a video talking about the 5 things you hate about the new Silverado and not have any backlash from the dealership you work for? Because again, Mike Davenport is a sales representative for that Chevrolet store in Louisville, Kentucky, where he lives at. And you know, I made videos before talking about things on trucks that I didn't like, or why didn't a Ford F-150 FX4 Lariat sell within the first 90 days, you know, and I got a little bit of backlash from doing a video like that. I wasn't fired or you know, or anything like that, but basically I was told to please take the video down, because even though there may have been, you know, 60,000 views on the video and 400 comments, you know, a good percentage of the comments were very negative, and that outweighs the positive comments in the video, right? So the more negative, you know, people just seem to read through the comment section and they'll read all the negative stuff before they even take the time to look at the positive stuff. So I was asked to take the video down, in which I did. So anyways, you know, one thing I noticed is people like doing business with car salespeople that are upfront, honest, and shoot you straight, right? And I really commended Mike for doing that. Again, it takes a lot of guts to go out there and make a video about the 5 things you don't like, that you hate really, you know, on the new Chevy Silverado. Now, I also explained in my video that I understood, you know, the kind of what you're doing. You know, I understand making a video of the 5 things I hate about this, or I hate about that, right? Those kind of videos seem to get a lot of views on YouTube. And as being a YouTuber trying to get videos to get views, to get subscribers, get the like buttons going on, and people to actually continue watching your videos, watch times, all that stuff, you know, using that word hate, which is a bold word, a very, you know, a word that just doesn't sound all that great, is going to cause people to want to click on it, right? People just want to see what you hate about some new truck. And he said the things that he felt about the truck that he didn't like, right? But towards the end of the video there, or halfway through or something like that, he then reverses it and shows you the things that he loves about the truck. So with that being said, I think it's a good idea making a video like that to get views and to get some exposure on yourself and your channel, because as being a YouTuber, that's something that you have to do to be able to break through the rest of the car YouTubers out there and try to start getting some action on your channel. And I've tried some of that stuff before, and I've tried some over the last few weeks here since I talked to Mike, and some of my videos have gotten some pretty decent hits doing that, but nowhere near the 200,000 range like his. But that's okay. So anyways, you know, that's really, I wanted to see what maybe his response would be to that. Well, Mike reached out to me not too long after that video went up and he made that comment. He went on Facebook, sent me a message, and asked me to give him a call. And I did give him a call, and we talked for a little bit of time on the phone about this particular video. And basically I asked him, I said, Dave, did you get any backlash from the dealership and the management team on doing that video? And well, I was actually surprised. No, he didn't. He didn't get any backlash from it at all. Not from the people that he works with. So in my mind, I realized, I'm like, okay, here's a dealership that really gets it, right? They understand social media and YouTube and everything like that. So whoever the management team is at his dealership, they are pretty smart guys, right? Or girls. They understand the way the world works, and they understand that Mike Davenport making videos that gets 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, a million plus views is going to, in return, get the dealership name out there. And what does that do, right? That helps them sell more vehicles. So it's a great thing to do. But what Mike shared with me is that he did get some backlash from doing that video. And the backlash that he got was basically somebody from the Chevrolet Corvette plant called the dealership and gave them some words that they you know, possibly didn't want to hear. But basically someone called from the Chevy plant where they manufacture the Chevy Corvettes and was very upset by the video and explained to the management team there why they didn't like it. And according to Mike, it, you know, his management team just kind of blew it off, and they never told him to take the video down or anything like that. So I commend their dealership for letting Mike do his videos and do it in a way to where people will click and watch, and realizing that that, you know, the way you make clickbait with the word hate in your titles and things like that aren't always going to look so bad for the dealership, right? But we want to talk about this a little more in-depthly today on this video, so stay tuned. Alright everybody, so since we're talking about this subject after that quick short break, I want to let y'all know we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the comments on my video, because according to one or two people, just a few, they said that Mike's video actually persuaded them to not go and buy a new Silverado. So let's go through and see if we can find some of these comments and see what people had to say. And I appreciate some of y'all out there actually sending me your input on this video, because that's what I really was looking for. I was trying to understand, making a video like that, can it really cause a backlash with dealership, with the salesperson, and customers out there, right? So let's go take a look. So I'm looking through, so just give me just a moment while we're looking through. Definitely got a lot of people say Chevy Dude rocks, just subbed, will always sub to an honest car dealer. Thank you so much, Desiree Love. And that's true, you know, I'm very similar in a way of being an honest car dealer and being upfront. You know, like I've told a lot of y'all, and some of y'all that have been watching my channel for, you know, a few months or a few years probably will already know this, but I've been a car salesman, gosh, since 2001. I started selling cars. I got into business in 1999. But anyways, back in the early 2000s, started selling cars. In 2008, there was a recession and car sales were down. And I wanted to start filming the cars. And what I did was I went out on the car lot and started doing used car reviews. And I basically being honest on camera, showing people what used cars really look like, because I really always thought that pictures of vehicles on websites just wasn't enough, you know? Sometimes people that take the pictures can be kind of slick and not take a picture of the car in the right angle, or, you know, they're not gonna really want to show you if it's got a little scratch here or there, or a big scratch or a dent ding or things like that. So pictures don't always give you enough. And I really believe deep down in my heart that video is where it needs to be at, right? And I'm not talking about, you know, again, you can hide things with doing videos as well, but what I do with a car video, and you can go on my channel and watch a used car review, I really go around that used vehicle and show you the condition of it. So if there's a dent, ding, scratch, a tear in the leather, stains on the carpets, things like that, you know, I'm gonna point that stuff out to you on camera. Now, why would I do that, right? Why would I do that back in 2008 and even years after? Well, here's the thing, folks. I really honestly got tired of customers coming into the dealership to buy a car from me and then complaining about the condition of the car, or not knowing that it had a scratch on it, and then saying to me, you know, I'd like to have an extra $500 off, $1,000. I think this car's not worth what you're asking for. And the negotiation process was always something that I struggled with as a salesperson, having to sit there and negotiate with somebody. You know, that's probably the most uncomfortable part of being a salesperson. And some people out there that sell, you know, negotiating might be the fun part for them. And it might be fun for some of the customers out there negotiating. People really get a kick out of doing that part of the process. But for me, it was a lot of stress, and I really just didn't like having to sit there and make excuses on, you know, why we need to discount the car. So filming the car, showing the car, and letting people see the actual vehicle really made my process a little bit less stressful. And come to find out, it's made thousands of people's process a lot less stressful too, just being able to see the car before they come. Then they can decide and say, you know what, I'm gonna go see that car. I like the way the guy's talking. I like how he showed me the vehicle on camera. And when they get there to look at the vehicle, they're like, you know what, I already know all about it. So let's go ahead and get the paperwork started. Makes your life a little easier. So anyways, let's read through the comments here and see what people got to say. Okay, here's one right here. Didn't get to read this one, but I just hearted it. Okay, Backroads Wing Rider commented, as an owner of a Silverado, Chevy Dude kind of turns me off. I have owned Silverados for 30 years. Wow, that's a long time. Presently a 2018 and probably the most disappointing truck I've ever owned. It's weak for a 5.3 liter, and I'm leaning to the EcoBoost. The fault lies with GM for falling behind in improving the performance. Okay, so that comment's really more, he seems more dissatisfied with Chevrolet as part of the performance side of their engines. And then he just kind of stresses there that the Chevy Dude kind of turns him off. I get it. It's okay. You know, not everybody's videos or everybody on camera is for everybody, right? Some people watch me on camera and just don't like my personality or the style or the way I do my videos. And some people may feel the same about the Chevy Dude. So to each his own. Let's read through a few more, because that's not the one I'm particularly looking for right now. All right, here's another one, and these aren't necessarily the one I'm looking for, but I'm just reading through a couple of them. I doubt Bachman's watch Mikey's videos. If he's selling cars for them and making them money, that's all they care about. It's hard to believe a lot of what he says for a lot of the reasons. His fans believe him. Anyone with a brain knows better. Wow. So Fred, there you go. So, you know, maybe you're right. You know, that's one thing I've noticed. I worked for a really big automotive group here in Charleston named Stokes. And yeah, some of the people watched my videos from time to time. Even the owner of Stokes watched my videos sometimes, you know. It had to be something really special or something that maybe he was on for him to watch it. But I did notice, you know, a company that paid me thousands and thousands of dollars every month to be a YouTuber for their company and do social media and everything I did not really watch my content, right? They didn't. And how do I know they really didn't watch my content? Well, let me tell you. In January of 2018, there was a phone call that came to me and they said, Chad, can you come in for a meeting? And so I went to meet one of the managers at the Volkswagen store. And basically, they fired me. And you may say, well, why did they fire you, Chad? Right? Well, here's the reason why. Because the manager said that I was driving the vehicles off the lot to go film them. Right? And I wasn't allowed to do that. Well, like I told him, I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that. I had been working for this company now for 4+ years. Every week I drove cars off the lot. I reviewed the cars off the lot. I would take them to locations around town. I would, you know, if I was over on my side of town and reviewing a car, you know, in downtown Charleston or at a plantation or wherever, you know, sometimes I would bring the car back home that night and then drive it back to the job the next day. So I was really spending a lot of time with these vehicles. I would review them with my kids in the car and do videos, you know how their feelings are about the vehicle that we're driving this week, and get my wife's opinions. And I was doing this stuff for many years, and I even did that for even auto groups 5 to 8 years before that. You know, so I've been doing that for a long time, reviewing vehicles outside of the dealership's property. But they let me go for that. And I said to the man, I said, so you're telling me you didn't know that I drive cars off the car lot to review them? He said, no, I didn't know that. And I'm like, you know, I'm just dumbfounded by this this response from this manager, because there's multiple times that I would tag him and share the videos on his timeline on Facebook, and he would thumbs it up and even share them sometimes. But listen carefully, even though he did that, he probably wasn't literally taking the time to watch the content. I mean, the content that I was creating for his dealership, wasn't watching them. Because if he was watching them, he would know that I took the Volkswagen Jetta here, or the new Atlas to the plantation, and these different things. So I get you on that one, Fred. The Bachmans probably might not watch his reviews, but I'm sure they watched that one since somebody from the Chevy Corvette plant called him. Now let's try to find this comment that I was talking about earlier. Now here's a comment right here that I've really put into perspective, because this might be the real reason why he didn't catch any backlash from his video. Alpha M936 states here, it's because the Chevy Dude has made Chevy so much money that he has the rights to say anything he wants. You're just a normal guy. So, I'm just a normal guy. But Chevy Dude sells so many Chevrolets for that dealership, he has pretty much free reign on saying whatever he wants in his videos. I think you got a good point there, Alpha. But like I commented to you, I'm just not a normal guy. I mean, I do this stuff too. And we're making we're making steam. We're moving through on the YouTube platform. I promise you that. But anyways, I'm trying to find this comment here that I've been talking about, and I probably should have tried to find it. Now we're having technical difficulties with microphones. Okay, we gotta find this thing. All right, I'm having a hard time finding this comment, and but basically what I can remember, maybe the person went and deleted it, I don't know, but somebody had commented in there basically stating how that video caused him not to go buy a new Silverado. And basically he was saying, Chevy Dude's video about the 5 things he hates about new Silverado caused him not to go buy a new Silverado. He was gonna go buy one and then watched the guy's video and decided not to go buy one. And basically he was kind of upset by that because I guess he really wanted to go buy a Chevy Silverado, a new one, and then watched this guy's video and was like, ugh, don't want to go buy it, right? Well, here's the thing, and like I told him, I believe I commented back, I was like, again, always remember that what you're watching, this is someone's opinion of a truck, okay? You always need to go to the dealership on your own, drive up there and go make a informed, decision on purchasing a truck for yourself. Go out and drive it, take a look at it, feel it, touch it. Get the sales guy away from you for a minute and just walk around that truck and see what you think about it. Take some pictures of it, maybe do a little thing online and say, hey friends, what do y'all think? Get out there and make your own decision. You can sit down and watch as many YouTube videos as you want, but again, at the end of the day, you really got to get out there for yourself and go see it. So don't let someone's opinion about something on the internet really always change exactly what you think. I know reviews are a big deal, and we read them. If you want to go to a furniture store and buy a piece of furniture or a piece of electronic, you're going to read reviews. But again, still, go see what it is about. Go see what is about the truck for yourself before letting someone else maybe turn you off on it. So do always remember that.